I get to talk about my favorite P things in this video. Punks, primates, pretty colors, religion, royal families. So Grafaiai, it's an eye captain, which is a kind of lemur, and it goes around the forest tagging trees with graffiti, even covering up other Grafaiai tags with their own. It's quite literally city punk graffiti culture. It's jet set rai-ideo. I'm sorry, that was bad. This is similar to real II behavior though. They mark their territories with scratches in trees and scent marks, just like Grafaiai's sweet-smelling paint. And II territories are notable in that they overlap a lot more than how most other animals go about marking their territories. So yeah, they absolutely would be tagging over each other's marks. Oh, I love the bright colors. They remind me of the bright colors on the all-new plush of our new mascot, Snugui, which you can order on Gnoggin.net right now for a limited time. All sales of this super soft and squishy guy help us make these videos as often and as good as we do. But hang on, if there's one thing, one singular thing Hollywood has ever taught me, it's that lemurs move way too much and live on Madagascar. And that's nowhere near the Iberian Peninsula, which is where the Paldea region is based on. And as of a few generations ago, every Pokémon has a good reason for being in the region that it's in. So what's a lemur and II doing in Spain or Portugal? The same thing as Titan, which we talked about not too long ago. There's a good chance this isn't the original native region that it's from. Rather, it was brought here long ago. Think just like Caparaja and gumshoes. IIs are lemurs, and they are found on the West African island peeved at non-electric vehicles. I mean, Madagascar. And while of course people lived there before Europeans arrived, it was a Portuguese man, Captain Diogo Diaz, who became the first European on the island in the year 1500. And for the next 200 years, many other Europeans would try to establish trade settlements on the island, but none really worked out, aside from the Portuguese ones. This marked the beginning of a very important part of Madagascarian history, their feudal era. Many Portuguese, East Asians, Middle Easterns, and Bantus moved in and brought with them their culture, technology, and politics, causing a rapid shift for those on the island. And this led to the establishment of several kingdoms, which drastically reshaped the next 300 years of their history. And even today, most people living on Madagascar are a mixture of those descended from the Austronesian and Bantu settlers that came in during this time period. So I guess that's fair enough of a reason, right? Portugal sort of jump-started Madagascar and started the whole colonization process of it, leading to how it is today, and thus also they brought back plenty of Madagascarian things to Europe over the years. In fact, yeah, that's literally what happened. Bringing lemurs back to Europe, they eventually dubbed them lemurs, which is a Roman word meaning spirit of the dead, given that the ringtails' faces can look pretty spooky, as are their howls at night. Must have terrified the poor Portuguese guys that were there for the first time. And why did they bring them back to Europe? Well, because the Portuguese royal family, especially Manuel I and John III and his wife Catherine, were renowned for their love of menageries. They loved exotic animals and had an entire global network dedicated to the procurement of exotic animals, and none were quite as cute or exotic as the lemur because it was the hot new thing. I mean, they just discovered them a bit ago. And so they began to sell them all over the world, leading to this beautiful painting from 1761 from the King of Vietnam. Look at that guy. So cute. Though, of course, here I'm talking about regular lemurs, not the II, because, the II are lemurs, but they are ugly as sin. Ew, what a gag. Gross fur, gross face. They got that little finger. Ooh, they're gonna finger you. Though honestly, it's just like the finger you hold up when using a can of spray paint. It's pretty genius, honestly. And this finger is very important to them, and it's unique in the animal kingdom. It's the only finger on Earth that possesses a ball and socket metacarpal phalangeal joint. That's a big word. And they use these fingers to reach into little crevices and holes in trees to get the bugs inside and eat them. Whereas Grafaiai does finger painting with it. Finger painting ain't exactly as punk as spray painting, but we do see that it also gets spray paint breath, so that's nice. And that also definitely explains its face design and typing. Its face resembles a gas or painter's mask, which they wear because inhaling spray paint fumes is not good, it's poisonous. The normal type then is just because its main body is a normal Pokemon body. It's just like the normal fire type Pyroar, a normal Pokemon with fire powers, rather than a Pokemon with an inherently fiery body. Same deal, just with poison. And actually, a relative of the II is the Slow Loris, and it is the only toxic Primate. And similar to how Grafaiai licks its fingers to get them covered in poison, the Slow Loris has a toxic bite because it licks poison-producing glands on its arms. Also, another small detail, Grafaiai is wearing a hoodie, and I love that. The sleeves, the cutoff, the hood, it's very good. Very urban. It's got those blonde anime delinquent spiky bangs too. It's just a touch of punk. Which brings us to some cool history. What were the Portuguese doing around Madagascar when they first discovered it anyway? Well, they were being little punks. Now, admittedly, this is a bit of an oversimplification for sure, but I didn't know the globe can come off. But Europe was really big on trade with India. But you see, to get between the two, you had to go through the Middle East. And while in the Middle East, you have to follow Middle Eastern law, so Islam and stuff. No bacon? No alcohol? No way! Said the Portuguese, finally fed up with it. When's the next crusade? Yes, we would rather sail all the way around Africa than listen to your authoritarian ways any longer, they say. How punk. And so they did, and at one point a ship went slightly off course and they discovered Madagascar. So yes, a punk lemur Pokemon in Portugal is perfect. And that's before even considering that Lisbon, the capital and biggest city in Portugal, is also considered one of the street art capitals of the world. There are so many murals, tags, designs, and just art all over the place in this city. Wait, that's not a city. That's a whole painted forest. In fact, it looks just like the marks Grafaiai left on the trees in the reveal trailer. Okay, well where is this? Oh, it's the Oma Forest in northern Spain. Of course. It's quite the landmark, quite the trail, quite the art installation. Some trees are painted with stripes, others have eyes, or things like this. It's pretty one-to-one, isn't it? It's an art project by Agustin Barola, a Spanish painter and sculptor who made it in the 80s. It is very fun, just like this Pokemon design. Have anything to add? Let me know down below, and until next time, you never stop using your noggin, and please check out our other videos, they are great. I hope you'll think they're great.